Hey guys, DeeDee is here and welcome back to my channel. It is time to set up my bullet journal for 2025. For my next year's journal, I chose Scribbles That Matter notebook in color pink. Fun fact, for a very long time I did not like pink color, but in recent years my preferences have changed. Now I love pink color. I could wear this color all year long. But okay, let's go back to my setting my journal. Because this is Scribbles That Matter notebook, that means that the inside cover is pre-printed. And the thing is, I don't like pre-printed things in my journal. So I decided to cover that up, and it turns out that gift wrapping paper is perfect for bullet journaling. It is thin enough not to add an extra bulk in your journal, but still opaque to cover everything that is under the paper. It is quite cheap option and you can find very cute papers in store. So definitely I am going to use this wrapping paper trick in my future setup. Next, since I covered the inside cover, I need to place where to add my name. Thankfully, the first spread in the journal is blank pages, perfect for adding my name. To tie this spread with inside cover, I am using the same wrapping paper and adding it on the top and the bottom part of the opening. And I'm going to finish everything with cute butterflies. You will see that a little bit later. Unfortunately, Scribbles That Matter notebooks comes with pre-printed index pages. The thing is, I don't use index. I have never used them and I don't see me using in the future. So for a long time I couldn't decide what to do with these pages. But then one night I had an idea. I need a place where I could put down my wish list. Currently it is just sitting in my mind, but I would like to have a physical place where to write things down. It does not mean that I will buy every single thing, but at least I'll have a place where to record everything and just think. I know already 4 or 5 things I want to add in this wish list. I have been thinking about these things for a while. And once more, to tie everything nicely together, I will add some butterflies in my wish list pages. But I won't have a title. I think it is unnecessary and it wouldn't look good in these particular pages. While I am finishing my wish list, you probably thought, if I don't like pre-printed things in my journal, why I chose Scribbles That Matter journal? And there is an actual story why I ended up with this journal. I will tell you that story in a bit. First, let's talk about my next spread. It is going to be my year at a glance and welcome 2025 pages. Just like in my previous setups, for my monthly calendars, I am going to use 2 colors, black pen for work days and red pen for weekends and public holidays. I don't know how about you, but I sure do like to see clearly how many holidays I have in a month, and using 2 colors in calendar really helps to see that better. Setting up this spread, I had my first small victory. I managed to write all my calendars without any mistakes. I think this is the first year ever I have achieved this. And to finish my year at a glance spread, I will add a little bit of color because currently it looks too blank for my liking. For colors, I chose a very specific color palette. For winter months, I have blues. For spring, I chose yellows and oranges. For summer, I have greens. And for autumn, I have reds. I just realized that I always choose these colors for my year at a glance. That's interesting. Anyway, after adding a little bit of color, my year at a glance is done. And I am setting up my Welcome 2025 page. Now the promised story about how I ended up with Scribbles That Matter journal. In summer, I already started to think of what kind of journal I want for my 2025. And the reason why I was thinking about it so soon is that I already knew that my yearly, and not only yearly but monthly themes, are going to be doodles. The thing is, I cannot doodle. My doodling skills are non-existing and that's why I have decided that I want to learn how to doodle. This is the big reveal! My yearly setup theme is doodles. And I'm going to do doodly monthly setups as well. But for now, let's get back to the story. After deciding on my theme, I knew that I must order my new notebook very early because sketching in all my doodles will take time. So at the beginning of August, I placed my order for notebook therapy journal. And then I waited and waited and waited. Nothing happened. I didn't receive any shipping confirmation or anything else. After 3 weeks of waiting, I wrote to customer service and asked where is my package, and they finally sent me a tracking number. I could see that the notebook is already in Europe, so I waited again. Again waited and again waited. After 2 more weeks of waiting, I checked where is my notebook. Still in Europe. I thought that kind of weird because it should not take that long time to reach my destination country. So I wrote again to customer service and they assured me to be patient and my package will arrive very soon. So once again I waited. It was already October and I found finally the local courier service who would deliver the package and asked them where is my package. Turns out it has been shipped back to the sender. What a surprise! So I had a slight panic attack. It's already October and I have no notebook. I wrote the 3rd time to customer service. They confirmed me that the package indeed has been sent back. But don't worry, they will send me another package and I need to confirm my details. So I did. I confirmed them and they sent me another package. At that point, I started to look for other notebooks because it was already October and I knew that I need a lot of time for doodling and sketching everything in. And well, I love Archer and Olive notebooks, but I cannot justify myself to buy them because the shipping is so expensive. It doubles the notebook price. So I went with Scribbles That Matter journal. Don't get me wrong, Scribbles That Matter notebooks are great, but I hate that they have pre-printed things. I would really like that they would have an option with or without pre-printed things. But anyway, so in the end, I got my Scribbles That Matter notebook and I started to plan my 2025. And after 3 weeks of already doing sketches in my Scribbles That Matter notebook, I finally got my notebook therapy journal. No, I don't know what I'm going to do with this journal. It took only like 3 months to actually get the notebook. Now the notebook is sitting in my desk drawer and waiting patiently its time to shine. But while I was doing a story time, I have done setting up my first collection, long-term project. This is my ongoing collection for hoping that it could help me to finally organize my messy photo library. Currently, I have more than 25,000 unsorted pictures and more than 1,200 videos since 2005. Plus, I have counted more than 1,500 printed photos from my childhood. Let's hope that this is the year when I finally will sort through everything. And next to my long-term project, I have a very near and dear to my heart collection. Well, it's part of the collection. I will try to list fabrics I have bought in 2025. I had tried to do the list digitally, but it has never worked, so now I am trying a physical list. In this list, I will record where I have bought the fabric. Mostly I do online shopping from basically 3 shops. Then, of course, I will add what kind of fabric it is and the composition of it. I buy mostly natural fiber fabrics, cotton, wool and silk. I tend to stay away from synthetics, with some exceptions like for sportswear or outerwear. After that, I have a place for a color, and usually I buy only solid color fabrics, so I don't need a big space to write. I am not a fan of prints. Next, I will have quantity, price per meter, and the last column is going to be total sum. And that brings me to my next collection. It is going to be finished sewing projects. One of my favorite hobbies. Every year I try to do this type of collection digitally, but every time after a while I start to forget about its existence. That's why I am trying something new, and I am adding this as a physical collection in my bullet journal. In total, for my sewing project, I am using 3 spreads. On each page I'll have 6 boxes. If you're interested in dimensions, then each box is 6 by 4.5 centimeters big. In total, I will have a place for 36 projects, which I think will be enough for entire year. In terms of populating the boxes, I think I will for each project print out its technical drawing and add additional information like what type of fabric I used, how much everything cost, and did I like the result. And if I will sew something multiple times, I will just add in the same box how many of that item I have sewed in total. And with that, we have arrived at my next collection. This one, I think, is going to be a very fun collection. Truth be told, all my collections are fun, and this collection is going to be books I have read and listened. Mostly it's going to be listened, and maybe 1 or 2 books I will physically read. If you are interested in dimensions, then each box I have is 4 by 3 centimeters, and in one page I have 12 boxes, which means that in total I'll have space for 24 books. I feel that this is more than enough for my book consumption speed. My next collection is basically copy and paste as my reading spread. For layout, it is the same, and I have the same 24 boxes with the same dimensions, 4 by 3 centimeters. This is going to be new movies watch. The thing is, before I was pregnant, me and my husband, we went to movies a lot, at least once per week. Then I finally got pregnant and had a baby, and since then I have stopped watching movies altogether, and it sucks. In 2 years I have been in movie theater only once. We went to see Deadpool 2. And even at the house, I don't have time just to sit down and watch a movie. So for next year, I want to challenge myself to see more new movies, because yearly Harry Potter marathon does not count. For example, I still have not seen Barbie movie, but I really want to see it. But okay, enough venting about me not watching movies. My next spread is going to be healthy numbers. It takes only one page and I do this spread every year. My goal with this spread is not to lose or gain weight, but stay accountable and motivated to do my daily workout. In this spread, I am focusing on my overall appearance and not on my weight. Weight is just a number and it does not mean anything. Context is more important. And on the right page, I have another returning collection, Home Decluttering. And once more, I am disappointed with the end result. Although I spent so much time to sketch everything in, I think I ruined my spread once more by coloring everything in. Just like I did with my 2024 decluttering bingo spread. Why I can't learn from my mistakes? In my opinion, the spread looked so much better before I started to color it in. How do you think? I just hope that for next year I will finally learn from my double mistake. Fingers crossed. But for now, there's nothing that I could do to fix this, so I have to live with that and learn from my mistake. And regarding the spread itself, I have divided everything in my house in 12 categories. I have my own closet, my husband's closet, our bedroom, living room, kids' room, office, kitchen, bathroom, entry or hallway. We have there a huge closet full of stuff. Boiler room, garden shed, and digital, like world or digital content. I need to declutter. This year I have not decluttered everything, but there is still time, so this spread probably is going to be useful on the second half of the year, most likely. And I am almost done with my yearly setup. Only 2 collections left for this video. My next spread is something new to me. That is going to be family trips. The layout is the same as for my sewing projects. I have 6 boxes per page, and one box is 6 by 4.5 centimeters big. With this spread, my goal is to have at least 1 day trip a month, because lots of times we are so busy with everyday life that we tend to forget to stop, take a breath, and just chill. So for next year, I want to be more mindful and actually plan our weekends and holidays and go to see things around us. So this spread should motivate me to do that. At least that's the plan, and I will have place where put down notes for future trip ideas. Alright, so next I am skipping several pages because it is going to be my 101 things in 2025, but I'll have a separate video about that. It's going to be next video on my channel. So if you are curious to know what's in my list, don't forget to subscribe. After skipping those pages, we have arrived at my last collection, which is actually going to be 2 in 1. The official name for this collection is Tarot of the Month. That's the fun part of the collection. The serious part here is going to be my monthly reflections. If you want to know exactly how this collection is going to work, then stay until the end of my final flip through. There I am explaining in details how I will use these pages. I know that I have a lot of collections, but the thing is that I have realized that I really like to collect this type of data about me. And I prefer to use more collections and trackers and less to write. So yes, I have lots of collections, but there is still enough pages in the notebook to fit my all monthlies. Because realistically, for my monthlies, I need only 4 or 5 pages per month. So I'm going to use only 1 notebook per year. And with that, everything is done. So in a short moment, I'll have the final flip through. And if you watched the entire video, then thank you for sticking this long with me. Lastly, when I was done with setting up my collections, I decided that I need to add more butterflies and more gift wrapping paper. So to tie everything together. I don't know, maybe I did overdo a little bit, but we'll see. Let me know in the comments below, how do you think? Did I overdid with my decorations? But anyways, this is basically the same situation what I have with my home decluttering collection. There's nothing I can do about it now. So I'll just live with that for an entire year, and hopefully I will do better for my 2026 yearly setup. And now let's do the final flip through. Just so if you didn't watch my entire setup, then you can now see what I have done. So this is my name page. I really like how butterflies look like there. So this is going to be my wish list, and I already know what I'm going to put here, at least like 4 or 5 things. oh no, maybe I should move the butterfly, or let's do a quick cut in the middle. Hopefully I'm not going to cut anything else. Like this, and hopefully this will help. So this is my 2025 welcome page, my long-term projects. Hopefully I will do something with my photos this year. I have high hopes, and for my fabrics bought, and of course my finished sewing projects. So I think that this should be enough for me to record all my projects. Books I have read and listened, mostly probably it's going to be listened. New movies watched. My healthy numbers, and as always, I really don't love how the home decluttering spread looks like. Most likely I will do something else for the next year's bullet journal. That's future me problems. My family trips, then I have my 101 things. Sneak peek, if you want to see that, that's going to be in my next video. And tarot of the month and monthly reflections. And how it's going to work, I will cut tarot card in this form. I will put here, depending on its rotation, and we'll add here the explanation for the card and my monthly review summary here. So it's going to be interesting to see how things correlate, or most likely will not correlate. But I think it's going to be fun. And that's it for my yearly setup. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to see my 101 things in 2025, and I am going to do 5-year journal as well. That's coming up in December. But for now, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!